Hey everyone, welcome to the Happy Farmers channel. What you're looking at here is my coffee Arabica. I'm growing this in a pot. I bought this from the nursery, not too sure how old it is. Few things that I'm really learning about this tree is these trees are easy to grow. Let me show you here. It's got new little shoots coming out. It's still a very young tree. Over here, it's got new little leaves coming up. And show you, here's a new little shoot coming out there. And here's a new little leaf coming out here. And then here's one coming out over here, if you guys can see it. Let me just zoom in there. It's a very easy tree to grow. It does like its water, not too much, and you can grow it in a pot. It does not like the harsh sunlight. You see, this here, this is what you call leaf burn. And it comes from the direct sunlight because I'm over here in South Africa, in Port Elizabeth, and it can get pretty harsh out here. You're looking at about 120 degrees Fahrenheit at times, which is about 30 degrees, maybe more, 30 degrees Celsius. So it does not like the direct sunlight. I'm obviously new to this, so got thrown this little curveball, but that's okay. So they prefer shaded areas with a little bit of sunlight. Obviously it does need sunlight, you can't grow it in the dark, but I've got it here under this beautiful tree over here. And it's giving its shade, necessary shade. I give it water about, at the moment we're in winter, so I'm giving it water about once a week. It also does not like the cold climate, okay? Apparently these coffee trees do not like anything below 13 degrees Celsius, so I bring it in at night because temperatures usually drop below 10 degrees. Sometimes they can average 12, 13 degrees, 14 degrees. I just think it's a little bit too cold for this kind of a tree. So what I do is I just bring it in at night, and because it's cold, we've got the heater on, so it naturally raises the temperature. When I got this tree from the nursery, the leaves were a very rich dark green color. It has faded somewhat, but I'm not too bothered about that because it is winter and we are in August now, so we're headed towards springtime. So I'm sure it's going to turn dark green again as we enter into spring, and I'll leave it outside at night in a more natural environment. I don't actually like bringing a tree like this indoors, and the only reason for that is because, you know, it's got to be used to climate change. It's got to be used to a little bit of wind, temperatures dropping, temperatures raising up, but obviously not below 13 degrees. Something else that I've learned, and I've asked the owner of the nursery, I actually spoke directly to him, and I asked him, does the tree prefer acidic soil? And he said, yeah, not too much. And I've watched other videos on YouTube and they don't really specify that, and I've found out that it actually plays a big role. So your pH level has got to be closer to the 5.5, I would say 5.6. Maybe you can even get away with 5.7. I'm not too sure. Because now look at this. These leaves are turning like yellow, and that just shows that the pH level is a bit too high. So I've got to bring that down some. Even though it is growing here, look at this. There's a new little shoot here as well. Let me show you guys that one. But this, I had to transplant this tree now into the second pot. These trees, you only take them one pot size up when you transplant them in their next season as they're growing. You don't want the tree in too big of a pot, because then your soil and your compost goes to waste. So I've used an acidic based compost, and it has made quite a difference. And then I throw, as you can see here, that's coffee grout, which is more acidic. And then also I don't give it water. I don't give it water from our municipal taps, because I found out that the water in Port Elizabeth is more alkaline from the taps. So a better option would be for you to use natural rainwater from the water tanks. So we've got water tanks on the property, and I just give it water from the tanks. But I'm going to definitely keep it out of the direct sunlight because of this, and I have given it more of an acidic compost, and we can bring that greenery back. Well guys, I hope this was somewhat informative for those who dare to grow a coffee tree. Go for it. It's not that difficult to grow, to be honest, and obviously there's going to be some mistakes. You're going to learn along the way. That's fine. You'll get there until your tree will be dark green. That's how it's supposed to look. And so we'll see how this thing turns out in spring. Watch my other videos as well, where I'm growing a lemon tree in a pot, and that takes a complete different type of soil. It's easy. It's very easy to grow a lemon tree, far easier than the Arabica, but that's fine. Well guys, subscribe if you want to see more of these kind of videos. Post questions in the comments. I'll see if I can answer them. If I have the answers, I'll answer them, and maybe I'll see you guys around. Ciao.